So apparently all the reports and everything about the Arsenal transfer window ending and the Eze, the Rodrygo, the money, Trossard, everything is wrong. Trusted source, of course, have said a lot of new information about Arsenal. But before we go on and talk about them, and also how they affect the league that has just started with Liverpool smashing Bournemouth or winning against Bournemouth 4-2, not smashing, to be honest. Make sure to guys to hit that like button. This is Judge Mo. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We're on the way to 50K. We just got past 40K. And thank you so much for all the support. Liking the video, it looks like thumbs up underneath the video. It helps the video, it helps the channel. Move to the next viewer. Subscribe and also turn on the notification bell to know when we go live, of course. But Indy Kyla, which he has been a very trusted source lately, he hasn't gotten one source wrong. That account that was transferred to new people that are running him, they have been spot on about everything they have been saying in this transfer window. He came out yesterday and said something that changes everything about the title race. We know that Arsenal, after signing Madueke, Zubamendi, Norgard, and of course Mosquera and Kepa and Eucharist, everyone is talking about Arsenal needing a left winger. There has been, of course, a little bit of a meltdown about the Eze situation and him being linked to Spurs and him being open to joining Spurs. And why aren't Arsenal trying to bid and why aren't Arsenal trying to get Eze, who is an Arsenal fan and his dream is to play for Arsenal across to the Emirates, to the carpet, to play for Arsenal to give them a chance or a bigger chance to win the league. Arsenal team that needs creativity from the left side, that might need a competition for Martin Odegaard in the middle or even a change of system sometimes with someone like Eze. But Indy Kyla have said that Arsenal have the funds to actually go for Eze, but they are waiting for a Champions League player. As he reported in this long report, that is exclusive, that he's saying that Arsenal want a Champions League winner. So he's referring to Rodrygo. We him know. And I know there are a lot of City fans and a lot of other fans who say that City are in for Rodrygo. City are waiting for someone to leave, which is Savinho. And I'm going to show you what Fabrizio Romano have said about this. Crystal Palace, as he said, they are actually waiting for the bid. The Eze wants to join Arsenal. They are waiting for Arsenal to at least sit at the table and submit a bid. But it is reported that Arsenal have the budget to sign Eze, but they are waiting for someone that is better in their eyes than Eze, which is Rodrygo. The problem is, as Indy Kyla said, is that they are playing a dangerous game. What if Rodrygo is not leaving? They are waiting for Rodrygo to tell them that if he's leaving Real Madrid or not before sitting at the table. The Premier League is about to start. They play Man United. This game doesn't matter if they get Eze or they get Rodrygo. It doesn't matter because we know that neither of them will play for Arsenal in that game. But do Arsenal, I want to hear your opinion in the comment section. Would you rather have Rodrygo or would you rather have Eze, who can play left, not the best left winger, right? But also can battle Odegaard in that midfield, can actually play as an attacking midfield, can change the system a little bit of Arsenal. You let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And if you're a rival, do you think Arsenal can battle City for Rodrygo? If City are in for Rodrygo and Arsenal are in for Rodrygo, do you think Rodrygo will choose to play for Manchester City or would he choose to play for Arsenal? Let me know. We've seen there are people that say about Rice chose Arsenal. It's different though. Rodrygo's not an Arsenal fan. He's not in London. He's not from London. He's a Brazilian. Pep Guardiola has been coaching in Spain. Probably he might choose Man City. I don't know. But I want you to let me know. But listen, there's more about this. That they have the money. That means they don't have to sell anybody. As Indy Kyla said, they don't need to sell Trossard or Martinelli. Hold on. Does that mean, and I'm going to ask you, does that mean if Arsenal sell Trossard or Martinelli, can they get both? Do they have the funds to get Eze and Rodrygo? Or that would be too much for them? We know that Zinchenko is going. There is a solid link for him to leave the club. I'm not sure if they can get both of them, but if this report is true, and this is the report that they have the money, right? But they are just waiting for Rodrygo. I believe that Trossard leaves, they might try to get both. The reports are saying that Arsenal can actually submit a bid of 90 something million euros, which is about 80 million pounds. But it depends on what Real Madrid want. Are they going to need the whole payment up front? It says in the report, if you try to read the report, that it's not true. That Arsenal will be able to pay it in installments. And about the wages of Rodrygo, again, you read the reports, it has been reported that it's not a problem. The Arsenal are willing to give Rodrygo 200, 250k plus bonuses for his wages. Especially because Arsenal know that probably Gabriel Jesus is going to be his last season and he's going to free up about more than 200k a week from next season. So they're going to suck it up basically this season and try to go to next season. In terms of my opinion personally, I actually think that Arsenal need both because I am still not trusting Odegaard to go back to the Odegaard of last 2 seasons. And I believe that Ethan Nwaneri is too young to have that pressure on his shoulder to replace the captain of Arsenal that has been called out, of course, by Tony Adams lately, if Odegaard is not being creative and not playing very well. I think that is why Arsenal needs someone like Eze in the team, to actually someone that put pressure on Martin Odegaard. Actually, I think that, as I said in multiple shows, that I think Kai Havertz will have a fire in his belly because Victor Gyökeres is there, and I'm expecting Havertz to have a good season. I'm going to have the same thing for Martin Odegaard. If Eze comes to Arsenal, I'm expecting Martin Odegaard to up the game a little bit and actually be better. In terms of that Rodrygo on that left side, one of the things about Rodrygo is that he adds that winning mentality that some Arsenal players lack. There is not a lot of players at Arsenal that actually won trophies, especially domestically with their clubs. Currently, it's only Timber who won with Ajax, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody else have won any. Gyökeres, of course, who won the Portuguese league up top. Kai Havertz won the Champions League with Chelsea. But the core of the team, the Sakas, the Odegaards, the Rice, yes, he won the Conference League with the Stam, but that is not enough. Saliba and Gabriel. You add someone like Rodrygo, and that adds a spark to the team. As again, it is reported, but the problem is gonna happen if City are gonna bid for Rodrygo. Listen to what he said, Fabrizio Romano, about this.
I keep telling you that Pep Guardiola is pushing to have Rodrygo at Manchester City. So Pep, in the internal negotiation in internal conversations at Manchester City, keep insisting on Rodrygo.
So he's waiting for Rodrygo. Pep Guardiola is pushing for Rodrygo. Who's going to be first to get the signing of the Brazilian from Real Madrid? If the Brazilian decides to leave, which it looks likely that he's about to leave Real Madrid because, again, yes, he played in the friendly, but he's not in the plans of Xabi Alonso. Everyone knows that. Rodrygo's not in the plans. So he's going to leave. Is he going to go City? Is he going to go Arsenal? I actually don't know. I hope that you guys let me know in the comment section what do you guys think, because I actually have to approach this from a different angle. I think Rodrygo might tip the scale in which team have a bigger chance of winning the league title this season. I think if Rodrygo joins City, the scale might be tipped towards their side. I know that a lot of people talk about their defense, Rodri not being fit, but I think Rodrygo, Haaland, Marmoush, along with Shirky, Reinders, Rodri is going to come back. He traveled with the team. I believe that is a very strong front line that will outscore a lot of teams, most of the teams. And if City get Rodrygo, they prevent Arsenal from getting Rodrygo. So that plays in their hands. And if Arsenal get Rodrygo, they prevent City from getting Rodrygo. City move on to different targets. And that maybe is weakening City a little bit in terms of their attack. And that is why I think that one of both teams is going to have an edge. And that edge will come from signing this Brazilian guy. You let me know in the comment section. Do you think Rodrygo does tip the scale in one's favor? Man City or Arsenal? Do you think if Liverpool get Isak, it does change everything and it doesn't matter if they get Rodrygo? Because a lot of people are saying that if Arsenal get Rodrygo, they believe they become favorites to win the league, especially with the depth they have. Well, we watched Liverpool today against Bournemouth. They look okay. Still early days in terms of the team that is gelling. The defense conceded 2 goals at Anfield. Some of the players looked very good, like Ekitike and Gakpo. And some of the players looked a little bit iffy, like Kirkes. Frimpong looked okay. But we'll see what happens with Liverpool. But I want to get your opinion, guys, because this is the big story. And I think in the next 2 weeks, this will be massive. Hit the like button, guys, if you're here. Subscribe to the channel, of course, if you're new. And turn on the notification bell to know when we go live. And I will see you guys soon.